Maynard James Keenan and Caduceus Vineyards in Arizona, and why you might want to try their wine. I've got one right here with me. So, who is Maynard James Keenan? He's a singer, songwriter, philanthropist, and a record producer. He's best known as the singer of the rock bands Tool, A Perfect Circle, and Puscifer. In addition to his music careers, Keenan owns Merkin Vineyards and Caduceus Cellars. So, why am I telling you about him? Well, because I love his music and his wine is fantastic. It's really, really good. And maybe they'll hear me talking to you about them and maybe they'll send me free wine. Think of how drunk I'll get for so little cost. So, winemaking in Arizona actually goes back to about the 18th century when Spanish priests started planting grapevines for use in religious ceremonies. What makes this vineyard in Arizona so interesting is it's located in Page Springs, which has become one of the fastest growing wine regions in Arizona. That means he's growing wine in the desert conditions of the Verde Valley. Really cool. Most of the vineyards in Arizona are further southeast near Tucson. I think the difference in geography is making for a very different taste, which I really, really love and enjoy. I think also a lot of people would agree with that, which is why the region in whole is growing really fast there with people who love wine like me. So Caduceus's first wines in 2005 sold out really, really quickly. Um, I'm sure a lot of it having to do with Maynard's rock star status and people, the fans being passionate. Sure. But over the years, I can see how Caduceus's following is much more than him as a rock star. What's really cool about Maynard having this wine endeavor, this business too, is that all of his bands have to tour and do everything around his wine schedule. So whether he's harvesting or he's processing the wines or he's bottling the wines. They're like, okay, he's like, these are the times of the year you just can't bother me. I got to do wine stuff. And if it's not tough enough negotiating, time with two other bands, you must negotiate it with my grape as well. I love that he is so passionate about winemaking that he's willing to tell three very successful, highly monetizing bands, like, you're going to have to wait. There was a documentary released in 2010 called Blood into Wine. It's a really cool perspective of Maynard starting out in this, going from rock star to wine connoisseur, grape grower thing. It's really, really cool. And it shows you it in a whole different way, which is I recommend that too. It's a really cool documentary. Caduceus in Jerome, Arizona, is the wine tasting cellar. It's literally open just about every day of the year. My wife and I got a chance to visit a few years ago. We had the opportunity to meet Keenan's wife, Jen. She's not only the co-owner, but the co-manager of the cellar and the store. She was really, really nice to meet. She was really cool to talk to. And we got to learn a lot more about the vineyards too, which was great. If you're a fan of his music too, which you do not need to be a fan of his music to love this wine, there's some really cool memorabilia in the store too that I enjoyed looking at. So, what Caduceus wines do I have right now? What do I recommend? What am I drinking? Well, first, you should go on the website and see what you might like, whether you like reds or whites or whatever you like the most. Different essences, different grapes. You may also find some of these wines just really, unique, and it's like something you've never tried before, which is cool too. I most recently am holding and have been drinking their 2021 Anubis. I would say it is a full bodied red wine. It's a combination of a Cabernet Sauvignon, which is a really full bodied red, a Cabernet Franc, which is really bright and a peppery red, and also a wine called Aglianico. I had never even heard of Aglianico before I got this wine from them. Aglianico, again, is usually very full bodied, red, it's leathery, it's earthy, it's really, really nice. I also have a bottle of their Marzo. I have a bottle of their experimental run on a Sauvignon from 2013. I'm really looking forward to drinking those too. Caduceus.org, check them out. As long as you're over 21 years old, I mean, go buy some of that and enjoy it and drink it. And, not too much, but have a good time with it. It's delicious, delicious wine. Let me know in the comments too if you've tried Arizona wines, if you like Arizona wines, and if you're going to try Caduceus. I'd love to hear what you think of it.